device, we get the Bowser Tetris Chaos game. So this is just like any other Tetris game you've ever played. The idea being that, you know, if you get stopped by immigration force trying to come in and they ask what this little hardware device is, you can just say, oh, it's it's just a Tetris game for me to play while I'm bored on the plane. Now, obviously, you know, in order to access the hardware wallet behind the Tetris game, what we need to do is we reset the device and then we press button C. So this is button A, B, and C here. So I'm going to reset the device and then I'm going to press button C quickly. So you have about a second to press that button before it just goes into the game. And then I have to enter my PIN. And it uses Morse code. And the PIN which I'm using now is SAT. So this button A is dot and then button B is dash. Okay. And the first thing it does is gives you a public key, so you can send funds to that public key. That's a fresh public key. I can press C for menu, go back to the, and the first menu item is display public key. Every time I click on that, you'll see that I get a fresh public key. That means that if someone sends you funds, if you give this public key to somebody to send you funds, because it's derived from your master public key, they won't be able to see the rest of your funds. I can sign a transaction. I can export my master public key. So if we click on sign transaction, transaction found, it signs a transaction. There's my unsigned transaction. Press A to sign. Save to SD. So now the transaction saved to SD card. We can also export my master public key. So this is the public key, the master public key, which you will use in Electrum to generate a watch-only wallet. And we can also wipe the device or restore from seed. Now I want to do a hard reset. So I'm going to take out the SD card, open up the file, Bowser TXT, and then in here, write hard reset, save, pop it out, pop it back into my Bowser wallet, restart, press the C button, and now, because I'm doing a hard reset, it's going to generate a new seed phrase for me. So, you know, go through, write those words down, and then take your seed phrase, put it somewhere safe. I always think splitting up your seed phrase is a good idea, and then having some sort of algorithm to jumble them up as well before you split them is something you'll be able to remember. Is also a good idea. It gives you another opportunity to check that seed phrase. Okay, and then it saves the seeds to the SD card. If you're unsure about that for security reasons, then there will be an opportunity in a bit for us to delete that bit of code. It asks you to enter a PIN, and it's using Morse code. So what shall our new PIN be? Shall we have SOS? So this is dot and this is dash, dot, dot, dot. Wait a moment. There's the S, dash, dash, dash. Wait a moment. There's the O, dot, dot, dot. SOS. Obviously, I recommend having like at least a 5-letter password. So click on the C button to accept, and there we are. There's our public key. So we can go back. We can't sign a transaction because there is no. If I click on that now, no transaction found on SD cards. There's nothing on the SD card to sign. But we can go to export ZPub. So we're going to do that. It's saved it to the SD card. So I can take that SD card out, pop it back into the computer. Now if I reload that file, you can see here I've got my my master public key. Now I'm going to copy that master public key. In the project on GitHub, you'll see that there's a file called Electrum Wallet Template. So this is kind of like it's the cold card template. So we're going to pretend Electrum's going to think that our device is a cold card device. So I'm going to paste in my master public key there, and then I'm going to save it as something on my computer. What shall I save it as? Bowser wallet. Okay, save that. Then I'm going to open up Electrum. I'm going to click on New Restore. If you've not used Electrum before, it's very easy to install and run. Electrum's been, a long-standing, very well-respected desktop wallet. It's available for multiple operating systems. So if you haven't installed it before, then you should install it. It's great. So this is just a regular normal wallet here. So this has the private key and the public key on my computer, but it's only for small amounts. That's okay. But I want to import the JSON file which I've just made. So choose, and then I'm going to go down to my browser wallet, open, click next. There we are. It's going to ask if I want to plug in my cold card. No, because obviously I haven't got one. And this is my watch-only wallet right here. So I can, generate addresses. So I can generate an address, and then in my other wallet here, I can send some funds to it. Payment sent, and we should see pretty soon. There we are. Boom. So we sent funds from this wallet here, and it's sending it to my watch-only wallet. So we're able to send funds to this wallet. Something we're not able to do, though, is send funds out of this wallet because we haven't got the private key on my computer. The private key is saved on my hardware device, which is kind of the point. So what I'll do is I'll just send the money back. We won't be able to send any funds, I don't think, because obviously we've only got an unconfirmed transaction. But I can preview the transaction, so I could actually preview and sign the transaction now while waiting for the other the funds to actually confirm. So I'm going to copy that transaction, and then I'm going to go to, where are we? Bowser.txt. This is my little SD card. Delete that, sign, and then paste in the transaction. Okay, then save. Right, so I'm going to pop out that SD card. So in my hardware wallet, pop in the SD card. I will have to reset. Oh, wasn't fast enough. There we go. What's my passcode? Oh, it's SOS. 23 S O S. Okay, good, we're in. Sign transaction. Wahaha, transaction found. And it will show us the transaction so we can compare it with the one on our computer. Make sure it's the same transaction. Press A to sign. I'm going to sign it. And now it's saved to the SD card. So now I can pop out my SD card, pop it back into my computer with our signed transaction using my private key. I want to reload that file. There we are, boom. And there is the signed transaction. Now I can copy that transaction, and then I can go to any old broadcasting service. Let's use this one, shall we? Block Cipher. Paste that in there. Broadcast the transaction. And now the transaction's successfully broadcast. So we've got a couple of transactions in our mempool. We have an unconfirmed transaction, two unconfirmed transactions, one for 100,000 coming in to the 100,000 sats coming into our watch-only wallet, and then 50,000 sats going out of our watch-only wallet to our other wallet. And that's it.